What is good, everybody? It is your boy Cab back with another video for you guys. Today we got some new gameplay and the very first gameplay for Dragon Ball The Breakers on the Dragon Ball official site. I will have this website linked down below in the description for you guys to check out for yourselves. But again, we do have the very first gameplay. Now, the gameplay clip is not 6 minutes and 25 seconds. This is just the weekly news thing that we get for Dragon Ball on this website. There is about a minute and 15-second clip, though, of the producer talking about the game. And at the same time, we do get to see the very first gameplay of it as well. So I will show that clip really quickly just for you guys to see it by itself in the clip alone, and then I'll actually come back and show the clip while I'm talking about it and pointing out some things that I found very interesting at the same time. So I hope you guys enjoy the clip, and I'll be right back.
ウィークリードラゴンボールニュースをご覧の皆さん、こんにちは。ドラゴンボールザ・ブレイカーズプロデューサーの原です。先日発表となった本作は1対7で遊ぶドラゴンボールならではの圧倒的戦力差をテーマとしたオンライン非対称型アクションゲームとなっています。フリーザやセルのようなドラゴンボールの代表的なライバルであるレイダーと超パワーを持たない7人の一般市民サバイバーの間で繰り広げられる究極の脱出ゲームを楽しむことができます。プレイヤーはレイダーかサバイバーのどちらかを選択します。レイダーの目的はサバイバー全員を倒すこと、サバイバーの目的はスーパータイムマシンを起動させ戦場から脱出することです。レイダーはその圧倒的な力を振るいつつ戦闘中に進化することでパワーを増し、さらにエリア破壊を活用することでゲーム後半にかけてサバイバーたちを窮地に追い込んでいくことが可能です。サバイバーは超パワーを持たないですが、とある組織の技術を用いたドラゴンボール特有のスキルやアイテムを使用できるので、仲間たちと戦略的に活用しながらレイダーを退けましょう。ドラゴンボールだからこそ実現できた超人と一般人の圧倒的戦力差から生まれる興奮をぜひその身で体感してみてください。ドラゴンボールザ・ブレイカーズは2022年発売予定です。こうご期待ください。
Alright, y'all, now that you were able to get a look at the gameplay for yourself, I do want to go back and take a look at some things that I noticed and kind of go over and discuss them really quickly. First and foremost is the perspective of what player you are looking at in the actual gameplay. Now, when the Raider is over here on the bottom left in terms of their level and like health, that means you're on the Raider's perspective, and this is like the Raider's D-pad moveset. It looks like Solar Flare, a barrier move. It looks like Cell has a multi-form move, and then I don't know what this one is exactly. And then also it looks like he has some L1 plus R1 skills at the same time. Now, another thing that I want to point out is the level of the actual survivors as well. I'm really curious as to what that actually is and what it means. Maybe it's something to do with their health, or maybe it's something to do with something else. I really don't know, but I'm very curious about that, because we know the level of the Raider, as you see right here, is kind of, you can kind of see it a little bit, but basically Cell's, actually, let's just turn off the closed captioning really quick. Let's take off the captioning. Cell's level is 4. So that just means he's in his 4th stage of his transformation. And also we now get a better look at his skills. It looks like his skills, all skills will have like some kind of timer that you will have like a cooldown for them. Now I'm curious as to, okay, it looks like this is the R1 skill, this is the L1 skill, this is the L1 plus R1 skill. Makes sense. So the buttons for this game do seem easy enough, like L1, R1, L1 plus R1, D-pad for skills, things like that. And I'm assuming the R1 is the Kamehameha, since that's the actual skill we're seeing at this moment in time. Now you guys see, when we're on the survivor perspective, Cell's health comes all the way up here, and then we also see the other survivors on the bottom right. Now also we do see this change mechanic right here. That's something I'm really curious as to what that actually is. Like, are you able to change to a different character potentially? What does that exactly mean? And then also over here on the D-pad skills for the survivor, I'm assuming these skills always change. Now, as far as the Raider goes, I think that the Raider skills will probably always be the exact same, because the Raider isn't really looking for things on the map, like items, things along those lines. As far as the survivor goes, you're looking for items and skills and stuff to use to fight the Raider with. And I've seen multiple different presets on the D-pad, so I'm assuming the survivors is based off of what you actually find as far as what your D-pad moves slash skills, or whatever you want to call them, actually are. Because now you see right here, Oolong's is actually completely different from the CACs. Like, they have completely different D-pad sets. So again, I'm assuming that's just based off of what you're actually able to find on the map. But overall, man, those are most of the things that I didn't notice. Actually, there's one more thing in regard to Oolong. I'm wondering if he might be like one of the better characters in the game, to be honest, just based off of the simple fact that my man's can transform. Do we get to see, where is his transforming thing? Hello? Is it right here? Where is it? I do want to take a look at the Dragon Ball as well. Okay, right here. Oolong is actually able to transform into other stuff. We'll take a look at the Dragon Ball radar in a second. But Oolong's actually able to transform into other stuff. I wonder if the CACs and other characters are able to do that, or if that's just like something exclusive to Oolong, which would make sense considering that is like what he can do in the show, you know what I mean? So that may be something that actually makes him like a better overall character as far as the survivors go, and maybe one of the best if that's something just exclusive to him. Now, also taking a look at the Dragon Ball radar, guys. The Dragon Ball radar does seem to have 3 different things that you'll be able to see on the map. Maybe the key, I'm assuming, is like some key item type of stuff. Then we also have this icon, which maybe looks like people. Maybe it's the other survivors on your team. Don't know exactly. And now actually we can confirm that the number that is next to survivor doesn't mean their health, because this survivor is X'd out, meaning they're dead, but they have a 1 by their icon still at the same time. So I really am curious as to what this number actually is and what it actually means. Now, of course, the last icon on the Dragon Radar is for Dragon Balls. That's kind of obvious right there. But did want to take a look at that really quickly as well. Besides that, I believe that for the most part is all the stuff that I found very interesting. Oh, actually, this is the last thing. This was the last thing right here. This, I'm assuming, maybe, I wonder if this is like a mechanic you have to smash as the raider and the survivor, and whoever mashes harder when you grab them wins the like interaction or something along those lines, because there's got to be some way to get out. Like if you get grabbed by the raider, if you're a survivor, there's got to be some way to get out, and maybe it's like a mash off or something like that, because this is from the raider's perspective right now, and we see like the triangle up on the screen and it seems to be filling up. So I'm assuming maybe that's like a mash mechanic that goes on or something along those lines. Don't know exactly, but that's just my assumption right there. And that is the end of the gameplay clip and pretty much everything that I found interesting in the clip as well. But overall, I will say the game does look like it could be pretty fun. Like I said in the beginning, it looks like it does have potential. I'm not going to knock it. Yes, it's not something that I would necessarily have wanted from a Dragon Ball game. I'm usually would always go for like a fighting game without doubt. You know, Xenoverse 3 is that first and foremost game for me, just saying. But still, it is something that looks very, very interesting, and it looks like it can be fun as well. So let me know you guys' thoughts on the first gameplay that we did get for this game down below in the comments. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.